Welcome to the 2012 Ag Media Summit session titled, All These Tools, What Next? Hi, my name is John Blue and I work at Truffle Media Networks, an ag media company focused on animal health issues. I want to say thanks to the Ag Media Summit organizing committees for the opportunity to provide you information you can use. Before we start, I wanted to share a perspective. It took 191 years to get from the first American paper to a peak circulation of 63 million people. In contrast, it took 15 years to go from the first internet newspaper to get to a single service having 63 million users, Facebook. The speed of technology adoption and use will continue to be fast. Media use over the last 15 years has changed. People have moved from utilizing media based on time and location to discovering and finding information in real time through multiple channels and through various sources of authority. Information media has become time-free, virtual, digital, and very participatory. Who are we, the ag media editors, writers, journalists, marketers, and advertisers? Well, from the 2012 Agri-Marketing Services Guide, there are over 70 agencies focused on ag, 70 plus ag-related associations, well over 160 agribusinesses, and over 230 agricultural print media companies. And these ag media companies, associations, and print media are all across the United States, but still very much focused on the core agricultural regions. Besides these numbers, we are people. These avatar photos show some of the people using the Ag Media Summit Twitter hashtag. What about the farmers and ranchers we're trying to inform? They are all across the U.S., with Texas having about 200,000 plus farms and Alaska having about 600 farms. The farmers and farming is very diverse. This is a population of farmers by subgroup. There are approximately 2.1 million crop farmers and about 61,000 hog farmers. And these farmers aim to make money with their operations. Crop farming revenues for 2011 was about $142 billion, with sheep and goat revenue coming in at about $550 million. To offer a different perspective, farms of different size make different levels of revenue. And farmers and ranchers are people just like us. Some of these people are farmers that recently tweeted the Harvest12 hashtag. This is more of a personal view of those same farmers and ranchers during this year's harvest. I think it's important that what we do in ag media helps real people. What are some of the activities needed to uncover and utilize social media and digital tools into the ag editorial process? First, understand that 43% of Americans say they get most of their news on national and international issues from the web. This data from the Pew Research Center shows that people are shifting their ways to get news and information. Services like Pinterest and Tumblr are gaining traction and more attention of people. Other services like LinkedIn and Google Plus are also gaining people's attention. How do I learn more about spotting services and tools in the future? With limited resources. Well, here are some key steps. With limited resources for ag journalists, what are some of those activities needed to uncover and utilize social and digital media tools into your ag editorial process? Identify, learn, triage, implement, and review. Let's go over some of these. First, identify. Find out what's going on outside of agriculture. Go to conferences and events you would not normally attend. Use your eyes and ears to find things with potential. When it comes to media, marketing, journalism, and technology, these are key resources I use and recommend. Springwise offers product and interesting business approaches from across the globe from their idea spotters. Brain Pickings is a set of curated reviews, ideas, and blog posts. The Google Plus long link there is from Guy Kawasaki on Google Plus, and he aims to bring you the most interesting things from across the net. This Week in Tech, also known as TWIT, is a series of shows that covers media, technology, and how people use them. And finally, Christopher S. Penn, or Chris Penn, offers up marketing and ninja technology help to help you do better. Also, events like these are great places to see trends in media and media technology development. Some additional resources to learn about what's happening in media, technology, and social media include Hacker News, Wired Magazine, Mashable, and the TED conferences. How do I discover what's coming? Through other people that are better connected than I am. Christopher Penn, Gina Trapani, Tom Webster, and Tamsin McMahon are some experts in media, marketing, and technology that I try to stay connected to. 2. Learn and discover. What are some of the social media tools and services out there, and what are they able to provide? Well, don't try to work them into your day-to-day activity just yet. Just play with them, have fun. An example here, I have used Scoop.it during the Commodity Classic to help organize and share various event posts. The service offered a simple-to-use web interface and a quick publishing platform to share with others. Another example, Storify. I've used Storify to capture and organize various posts from Twitter and Facebook to highlight a theme or story. An example use of Storify is to publish and share the activity going around the Harvest12 hashtag on Twitter. As part of the Learn and Discover, I had to ask questions about the metrics to find out if Storify is stable as a company in technology, and then ask questions like, will Storify be around in 6 months? How will they make money? These are important things to learn and discover in that third step. Second step. Discover how services work in your team's environments. What are some of the people's reactions? When there was a BSE outbreak in 2012, Sherry Zagurski at DTN saw the BSE smoke in Twitter. Being the responsible reporter, she knew that BSE on Twitter was only a lead, not a reliable source. She worked with her colleagues at DTN to establish credible sources and was able to tell the story accurately to farmers and ranchers. For Sherry, social media became a new tool in the process of ag news journalism. 3. Triage. Remember, you can't do it all. Some things you will need to stop because it just doesn't meet your initial expectations. You'll have to cut things out early. An example, when I first stumbled upon a sharing linking service, I tried it out to understand its culture. While it was interesting and functional, its use within the Truffle media environment was not very compelling and actually seemed to duplicate features other social sharing services did really well. Was StumbleUpon bad? No, it just was not for us, so we stopped using it. Remember, you can't do it all. 4. You got to implement. Some things will identify as being of value. Now you need to scale it up a bit and bring it into the day-to-day activity. An example, remember when your company Facebook page was set up and run by your intern? Well, now if that page is of greater value, you'll need to get others involved on your team and to have them start using it. Ask, how will the services be supported? Who's responsible for its care and feeding? How is it integrated into the day-to-day workflow? Start to understand that return on investment, or ROI, calculation for services that seem worth your time and money. A great resource to understand return on investment is Christopher Penn's Marketing White Belt ebook. 5. Review. In the last 12 months, Twitter, Facebook, and LinkedIn have all introduced dozens of new features, functionality, and services. The cycle of improvements will continue and be fast. You must periodically review these updates and decide whether they're worth your time and resources. This review may require changes in your workflow, adding or removing resources, and should also look at the return on investment calculation to see if the service is still of value. How are farmers and producers using digital communities? Where are they? Twitter chats are being used as a method to discuss ag ideas and issues in real time on Twitter. Example, ag-focused discussions on Twitter include Ag Chat, Farm, Ag, Harvest12, and of course, Ag Media. Additional agricultural-focused hashtags can be found at agtoday.us/ag-hashtag. LinkedIn offers a way to have group discussions on specific topics. LinkedIn is also a business-focused service where people can learn more about companies and the people who work there. I personally read and post on the European Swine Group and the National Mastitis Foundation Group. Facebook, while mainly focused on friends and family, does offer the ability to develop professional connections and learn about specific products or issues. Many trade organizations are using Facebook because it has a large population of users, making it convenient and easy for its members to use. Niche services like Quora have some participation in agriculture and offer a way to connect with people in ag or wanting to learn more about agriculture. I periodically search and review ag-related items and see if I can help answer or support ag-related questions. Similar approaches to searching for agriculture on Google Plus can be used to find discussions in and around agriculture. One super way of finding people in agriculture is to seek out and connect with those that are already connected. Twitter and Google Plus offer the ability to see some of those connections. An example here is Arlen Suderman from Farm Futures. He's developed a channel on Twitter around farm market information. Many people are following him and have added him to their list of experts. You too can look at those lists and develop your own set of lists for your needs. I personally have lists focused on people in swine, beef, poultry, dairy, and crops, plus lists for people in ag media and marketing. Ag forums are another way to connect with farmers and ranchers. Ag forums can be a way to develop story leads and interviews, but you must be prepared to cultivate the conversation. This takes time to understand the ag forum's community and culture. There will always be more information and tools that you can use. You must limit, cut out, and focus on a few things to really reach your goals. Takeaways here. Develop a way to stay connected to trends in technology, media, and journalism. Take advantage of the opportunities to try out new approaches to discover, edit, and publish. Implement measures with goals in mind, and regularly review those measures and goals. And if you still wonder what social media is, this Social Media Explained via Donuts can certainly help. Have questions? Feel free to send them to trufflemedia.com or at trufflemedia on Twitter or trufflemedia.com/Facebook. Thanks again.